Hi folks, Bob Krebs, Sales Manager at Pure Pursuit Automotive tonight to introduce you to our newest acquisition, this beautiful 2013 BMW M6 convertible. This is a beautiful cobalt blue vehicle with 560 horsepower. This is a dual turbocharged engine that is absolutely immaculate. It's been very, very well cared for, as you can tell from the engine compartment itself, and is totally reliable. Got the big BMW emblem up front here and lots of open space for all that air that thirsty engine utilizes. If we look over at both sides here, we've got LED headlights on this vehicle, which make for wonderful driving at night. You got the parking sensors up front here, 20-inch wheels with 5 spokes, and the beautiful offset blue, cobalt blue calipers as well. Coming around to this side, of course, we got the composite hood, which lightens the weight of the vehicle. The inside of the vehicle, obviously a lot easier to see because you got that top down on it. All this beautiful leather seats with the accented leather that has the air intake as well here, which is very, very comfortable. Beautiful carpeting. The composite interior lining as well, which accents the entire interior of the vehicle. Although there may not be a lot of space in the back here, we've got the seats back actually for just the viewing of the vehicle at this point in time. So as we head around to the back, obviously you've got the cover for the convertible top itself. Coming around to the back here, believe it or not, it has surprisingly a lot of trunk space. If you take a look in here, you've got the trunk space that you can place a lot of stuff in the back here, even with the top down. And this is with the top down that you have this here. You've got a small compartment back here that gives you some of the emergency gear that you've got that you should need if you have any problems on the road itself. And other than that, the vehicle is all set and ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and close this. It's also got the rear camera here that flips up just like so that you can see when you're backing. And of course the sports badge for the M6. So it is warmed up and ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and hop in it, start it up. We're going to go for a test drive. This is one beautiful car. As you can tell, it's a convertible as well. Beautiful cobalt blue color. And I'm here to talk to you a little bit tonight about the interior of the vehicle, particularly the front of the vehicle, the cockpit, and all of the creature comforts and all of the navigational systems, stereo of this vehicle as well. So we're going to start from left, particularly on the instrument panel here. You've got your fuel gauge, you've got your speedometer, you've got your tachometer, and then you've got your gauge which tells you the engine heat itself. Going over here to the center console, you've got the navigation system, which you can control from over here on the right, or you can control on the steering wheel itself. It has both redundant controls, so that way you can always keep your eyes on the road. It also has a heads-up display as well, which we'll talk about in just a little bit. And of course, it's got paddle shifters. It is a 7-speed automatic that essentially is able to be turned into a 7-speed manual through these shifter paddles. So we'll go ahead and take a look at this now. We're in the actual navigation mode. That can be switched easily to give you Bluetooth connection for your phones. You have a menu that will allow you to decide whether or not you're going to have a telephone navigation, office systems, connected drive, vehicle information, various things, and of course multimedia and radio. So once you choose that, you can go to the particular channel that you wish to hear, and of course you've got your volume control that you can control the stations from, and you got your volume control here as well in the center of the console. Okay, switching back to the media board here. Again, it gives you an idea of different types of songs that you're searching for, playback, top 50, etc., and whatever you decide that you want to be able to listen to as you're driving. So it's very, very easy. You can also play different types of songs that you've chosen on here from different groups. In the center console here, obviously we have the shifter, which has obviously reverse, neutral, and of course your drive systems that you can put in to make it either manual or automatic driving systems. And of course the redundant system is, as you can see that here as well, and you can make your shifting from here. Your left is down and your right is up, which we'll demonstrate once we get on the road. And here's another function of the forward-facing camera here, which is it gives you an idea of exactly what's going on in the front of the vehicle, particularly not just directly in front of the vehicle, but down and in front of the vehicle. That way you can see things that might not ordinarily be seen because it's got a long hood. So it's also got a feature that when you put this vehicle in gear, and it's going to beep in just a second because it's essentially radar, and that is when I switch this on, it gives you kind of a three-dimensional view of where the vehicle's at in relation to where you're headed. And as you can see here, if you look on this side, as we start to go forward in the vehicle and it comes up on an obstacle, it's going to show me how close I am with green, then yellow, and then it starts to catch red, indicating that I've got a little bit of a problem there and I may end up hitting something. So that gives you an idea how that works. And of course, as soon as you go into reverse, it automatically flips into that mode as well. So that way you can tell where you're backing and be able to see where you're going with it. You've got your beverage containers right here where you've got room for a couple of large drinks, coffees, or anything like that of your choice. And then in the center console here, you've also got a place that if you decide that you have to smoke, then obviously you've got a place to light your cigarette, place to dump your ashes, and it also functions as a 12-volt receptacle. The center console here opens up also, USB port, and it's also got a phone contact system. If you have the type of a phone that fits into this, then you could put your phone in there and recharge the phone as well, of course, as you're driving. So lots of space, lots of room up here, very comfortable. I'm 6'5", fit in here very, very easily. And of course, the steering wheel itself adjusts so that, let's say if you want this further in, the wheel will adjust further in. If I want that vehicle down or up, the vehicle adjusts accordingly. The seat, the same way. The seat from the back, the bottom, the front can be adjusted accordingly to each individual driver. So again, overall a very comfortable vehicle to be able to drive, and you can set each of these settings for each particular driver and the way that they drive. In my case, I like the wheel a little bit closer to me because I like to sit back further. So, but again, everything is designed, as you can see there. It might be hard to see from the camera. I have a heads-up display, again, which gives me a perfect shot of how fast I'm going as I'm driving this vehicle without ever having to look down here or to my right, and I can do everything from the steering wheel of this vehicle. Here's a unique feature of the vehicle as well, and that is you can put the top up or you can put the top down by the comfort of the driver's seat. So whenever you're ready to put the top up, you're just going to depress this and bring the top up or bring it down. This will open from the rear, opens the top up, brings the top forward, brings that latch forward. I don't even have to touch anything. It latches automatically, hooks in, brings the back window up, puts the back cover in place, and then when it's ready and completed with those, it brings the windows up as well. Okay, we got the top up, we're ready to go, so let's take this thing out for a test ride on the road. So the navigation system's up, I'm belted in, so is our videographer, Andrew, and here we go. One of the things I like about this are essentially the ease of handling of it, and a lot of our vehicles have it. This one's got it in multiple areas. It's very easy to drive. Everything is very accessible and easily seen by the driver. Particularly in my case, I'm pretty tall, long legs, but everything is still just absolutely accessible to me. One of the unique features about the vehicle, I think, is the fact that it feels like a touring car, but it also feels like a sports car because it is. It's got a big engine, and it's built for speed, and it's also built for comfort and luxury as well. Okay, let's go ahead and I'll give you a little bit of an idea what this thing does out of the hole from acceleration, just from a standing point. So, and here we go. Obviously, it's got it. What I also like about it are the turning capabilities, the handling capabilities, such as right now, both city driving, country driving, highway driving. The car is ultimately completely responsive. All of the dashboard, the array, the cockpit as I call it, from a pilot's perspective, is absolutely fantastic. It's one of the most unique convertibles that, as far as I'm concerned as a driver, that BMW makes. The M6 is an exquisite vehicle. The color of this vehicle, the handling capabilities of this vehicle, and driving it with the top down is absolutely fantastic. If you want to see and be seen in a vehicle, this is one that you definitely want to see and be seen in. What I also like are essentially, as I said before, you've got your entire array on the dash here, right in front of you, very easily accessed, and at the same time you've got all of your controls here for shifting, etc., etc. I'm going to give you a little demonstration about what paddle shifters are now. That means I can turn this vehicle, which is essentially an automatic, into a manual vehicle, and I can do it right here with these paddle shifters. This is upshift and left is downshift. Right now I'm in first gear. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go from first to fifth gear here using the paddle shifter. There's first, there's second, there's third, there's fourth, and there's fifth. All done with your hands on the steering wheel. You don't have to take your eyes off the road. You don't have to put your hands down. You just drive the vehicle and shift with these paddle shifters. Downshifting, same way. Fourth, third, second, so on and so forth. And of course, you can take that back out of it to drive the vehicle to where it's automatic again. The steering wheel itself is amazing. The 10 and 2 positions are built with the little grips that rise up just a little bit to catch your hands right in the perfect position for driving. And at the same time, you can put your arms in a relaxed position down here. You've got all of your controls, as mentioned in the walk-around before the vehicle and the initial test drive of it, to where everything you can control. You can control the stereo from here, you can control the navigation from here, you can control every function of the vehicle from the steering wheel so that you can keep your eyes on the road ahead, which is exactly what you want to do because that's what this car is about. Okay, as you can tell, the brakes stop you on a dime, give you change. It's a big car in some areas. It's a smaller car in other areas, but it needs those big brakes because it goes fast and you need to slow down, and it definitely does that for you. Well, folks, listen, thanks for taking a test drive with us tonight in this beautiful 2013 BMW M6. I look forward to speaking with you very soon. Give me a call here anytime, night or day, 24/7, 365 at area code 816-659-3027. Thanks for riding.